Joined here at the Lamb Grounds by Hereford manager Paul Caddis. A sad afternoon all round, I would have thought, today.
Yeah, extremely sad. Extremely poor, like men against boys at times. We emphasised, sorry my throat's gone, we emphasised before the game, Tamworth have scored all their goals by second phase, third phase, fourth phase from set pieces. They scored 4 from it, so I'll take full responsibility. It's the team that I put on the pitch wasn't good enough, but we need to do better collectively.
It was in both boxes, I felt. The decision making wasn't there, and you weren't taking and carving out opportunities at one end, and you were gifting opportunities at the other, unfortunately.
I'm a massive believer in 36 yards in football wins you games. 18 yards and 18 yards. Right now we are massively struggling in both. Creativities. I watched the Peterborough game back. We, in between both boxes, were a lot more comfortable in possession, passed it a lot better. But we were toothless, to be brutally honest. Toothless. We didn't create a chance. We didn't test our goalkeeper. We went away to Blythe. We tested the goalie maybe once or twice late on in the game. And today I think we had one half chance with Kobe Arthur. The difference for me, we are 4-0 down, they're 4-0 up, and the boy nearly splits his head wide open because he's trying to keep the ball out the net. That's desire for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're familiar with their surroundings here as well. Did that play a part today, the ball bouncing, and the fact that you didn't have any strikers on the pitch to start with?
Well, we did with Kobe Arthur on the pitch. Listen, I'll be honest, and I've spoke to the players as well. Runs has been struggling. Listen, we're missing 2 of our key strikers. There's no 2 ways about it, but that's not an excuse. Runs has been struggling. The plan was never for him to come in and play as often as he has. He's assistant manager, but we were toothless from back to front. We obviously a bit of a stop-start with Kyle coming off and things like that. But listen, the pitch is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for the pitch or the surroundings or anything like that. We were not good enough, and that the buck starts with me.
You mentioned Kobe Arthur up front in a central role. Surely you wanted to play the ball on the deck to him. It seemed meat and drink for Jamie Willits and Jordan Cullen and Liebird in the air. They must have won every header up there.
It's a pity you can't come in the dressing room before the game, Keith. That's brutally. I told the 2 wide players we wanted to split their 2 centre halves, so when Pondy had it, could we get the 2 wide players really high and wide? It will either force the opposition wingers to come back and mark them, or they stay high and Pondy's got the ability to play it into their feet. But he kept playing down the middle of the pitch, and we obviously spoke about that. We tried to get more possession, and listen, I've got 2 daughters, 8 and 11-year-old. They could be comfortable in possession when you're 2-0 down. It's easy to get on the ball when you're 2-0 down. I need leaders and characters that want to get on it when you're 0-0 and things are against you.
You mentioned character there. Southport at home next Saturday at Edgar Street. This is where these players have got to step up now.
Yeah, it seems a long time away, to be honest, after watching that, and there's a lot of words being spoken, which is needed. It needs to happen. We're in tomorrow night. We'll sit and go through probably majority of the game, to be honest, if not all of it. I think it's important that we reflect on it and try and learn from it. But right now, Southport, as I said, seems a million miles away.
Finally, I've got to ask you about Jason Cowney's injury. Has he had that scan yet? Everybody's anxious to hear whether he's going to be back sooner rather than later. Yeah,
I've been in contact with the board. We're desperately trying to get a scan. It's proven more difficult than what I'd imagine it would be, but we're hopeful that we'll get a scan sorted this week. But it was the same way Mark Derricott and Willow. It took a bit of time, longer than what I want, but we've had to go ahead, I believe, for the scan, so that should be ASAP, really, to be honest. It's bank holiday today. I don't know if he can get in. Well, he hasn't got in today, but hopefully we can get him scanned tomorrow and get results as quick as possible.
Thanks very much for talking to us.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's the message for the fans? Obviously massive away support today to come watch sort of that performance.
Yeah, do you want me to send a message to them?
Yeah, what would you say to them if they were in front of you?
Well, listen, I'm not going to sit here and if it's an apology you're looking for, I don't think an apology it's a rubbish performance, but in life you only apologise if you mean something, and the boys didn't mean to do that. I'll take the buck and put all the criticism on me. I'm old enough and ugly enough to deal with it, but we were terrible on the football pitch. We were terrible from start to finish, but the supporters have got every right to vent their frustrations, their anger, their well-earned money that they spent to come and watch, which was a rubbish display, and that's why I made sure that every single player stood there, and I stood in front of them, and we took the stick that we deserved.
And I'm guessing for yourself, obviously you had loads of Tamworth fans behind you the whole game. Were they giving you loads of grief, and was there something?
Yeah, listen, I've had grief. It's part of football. I got hit by a bottle of Coke. I got stuff thrown at me. That's life. That's the least of my worries, to be honest.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, cheers, guys.